Hello, 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 Pisces Aries. Welcome to your reading. So today we are going to take a look at a past life and how it is affecting you now. And yeah, why not? Let's take them all. So if you're interested in a private reading, the link is going to be down below. And keep in mind, it's a general one. So if it doesn't resonate, you may want to check out your individual elements. But I don't even know what to say. If it does, don't forget to smash the like button and to subscribe if you haven't already. Oh my God, what is happening with my words? I cannot speak. So maybe you had a really tough time speaking here in this past life. Very interesting. But let's get started here with some timelines and places that were significant for you. So we have ancient Greece. We also have over here World War I, which is very far away from that ancient Greece. And we also have First Industrial Revolution. Very interesting. So we have like three kind of different timelines here. And I would even say that this is about generations. So generations could have been a very significant thing for you. Maybe in this past life, there could have been something that was like a family business. I feel like there was also something about like you sort of breaking some sort of generational curse. It's like patterns that would go on and on and on in your family, and no one ever really got the courage to break them. I kind of feel like there was one that you may have broken, or maybe there was one that you didn't really break and you're supposed to break it now. But let's see here. So we have mechanic. We have 35 to 40, so that could have been a very significant decade or age for you. We also have Taurus, cold, and short hair. So I actually feel like you could have been like in the army or something like that. I don't think it was by choice, actually. And maybe that is the generational thing that you were supposed to break, but maybe you didn't. And maybe this 35 to 40 was when you kind of enlisted in the army or something around that, and oh yeah, especially with World War I, maybe that was a war that you participated in. But I kind of feel like you may have had a little bit of trouble with your words, like I was having, and I feel like it was especially when it came to speaking up for yourself, to standing up for yourself, to saying. Like being clear about the things that you wanted, being clear about the things that you didn't want. And I feel like people would sometimes maybe take a little bit of advantage of you. And I feel that, I don't know, it's like, I feel like there is this thing of like not wanting to disappoint people, but at the same time you would get so angry because you could not get away from it, you know? And I feel like you were so loyal to your family that you could not argue with them. You cannot say, oh no, I'm not going to do that, you know? And I feel like you had a little bit of a hard time with that. So 7 of Wands here, you were most likely a male, which kind of makes sense. So we have Queen of Cups. Oh, that is interesting. Yeah, that is very interesting. So this 8 of Cups here in your struggles, the things that you didn't learn, the challenges, the cycles that you didn't break. It is talking about that thing of going your own path, going your own way, and listening to yourself and being honest with yourself, you know, and doing the things that you wanted and not what your family wanted. I feel like they were actually, they were like beautiful people. They were the kindest, but I feel like there was just this thing of family, of tradition, of responsibilities that you felt compelled to go towards. But I feel like you wanted something else, especially with the Fool here in your career. I feel like you wanted something else. But let's get started with that Queen of Cups on who you were. So I feel like, you know, it's interesting that we have cold over there, and then we have the Queen of Cups, which is a very emotional queen. You know, it's very compassionate, very caring, very loving. And I feel like that was a side of yours that you didn't really show to everyone. And it was almost like, I feel like you were afraid of being cold. I feel like you were afraid of people, especially your family and those that you cared the most about. I feel like you were afraid of hurting them and not being able to, not being the person that they were expecting you to be. You know, so for this lifetime, I feel like there were a lot of things about expectations, about validation, and that could be something that you may need to break here in this lifetime as well. So take that if it resonates. But yeah, look at that. We have service. So you were always like trying to please other people and support other people. Not even 100% about pleasing, but I do feel like there was a lot of things about being of service to others. And again, army service, that was also something that I definitely feel like you were, that you went towards. And I feel like you wanted to do more. I feel like you wanted to show that caring side of yours to more people. And I feel like you would do that through, I don't know, maybe you kind of wanted to be a doctor, or you kind of wanted to serve people in your community or something like that. I feel like you wanted to help. But I feel like the thing is, I feel like you wanted to help the people around you, not the people that you would go to a war to fight, you know? I feel like you wanted to help those closest to you, the people that you knew, and you wanted to know people. I feel like for you, I feel like you didn't understand the war and why you would have to go, but at the same time, it's like, but I have to go, so there's no point in me fighting that, you know? And I feel like that was something that kind of hurt you, and that I feel like you were always, you know, you spent some time grieving over, especially because I feel like even before the war, there was something that I feel like you wanted to do, but your parents were always, you never felt safe to go towards that thing. And when it comes to career, I feel like the second you were getting ready with this school, the second you were getting ready to pursue that career, to start that business, to, you know, just innovate and go look for it, it's like, boom, I have to go somewhere else, you know? So let's get here a couple more cards. And I feel like it was something so out of what was expected of you, you know? Maybe you really loved, I don't even know, maybe you really loved cars and no one knew that you loved cards, you know? It was something that, I feel like it was something very personal. And, you know, it's giving me this vibe of like, Colin in Bridgerton, that, you know, he, sorry for those of you that watch the show, but in the books, it's like Colin absolutely loves writing, and it's such a good writer, and no one absolutely knows about that. It's a very personal thing for him, you know? And I feel like that was something happening with you. There could have been something here that was definitely part of your spiritual path. I mean, we have the path and surrender, so it was definitely something made for you. And we have 2 8s here. It's like this was going to lead you to abundance. This was going to lead you to your fortune, you know? And the second you were getting into that, it didn't happen. And I feel like that was always something that you may have regretted, like not starting it sooner, not doing it sooner, not thinking about it, not being brave enough to go and do it. And I feel like that is something, especially with the 8 of Cups showing up here in your struggles and the cycles that you're supposed to break and everything. This is the cycle that you're supposed to break. So right now, if you have any career, or in this lifetime, it could actually be about a person, it could actually be about a relationship, whatever it is, a lifestyle. If you have something that you want to do, that you feel like it's guided for you, it may not make sense. It may be something very personal that no one knows about. Please go towards it, because it is going to bring you a lot of happiness, a lot of fulfillment. It's going to bring you a lot of prosperity and abundance, a lot of stability. And it's part of who you are. It's part of your soul. Okay? So don't be afraid to step into it and to, you know, being bold and just doing it. Be an Aries. I feel like it's time for you to be an Aries, you know? But let's get started here with our relationships portion. So let's get into love. We have the Hierophant, so I feel like you were happily married, you know. First emotions of love, look at that, blissful pleasure, yeah. I really feel like you were happy with this person, and I feel like you were, I actually feel like you were a little bit skeptic of love when you were growing up and everything. It's like, sure, your parents apparently loved each other a lot, and it was a beautiful connection, but it was like, man, but that is like a one in a lifetime kind of thing. That is not happening for everyone, and certainly not happening for me. And then boom, this person shows up, and it's interesting that we have Taurus here, and we did have Taurus here, so it could have been a Taurus that you were dealing with. And I feel like that person swept you off your feet, and I don't think you were counting on that. I feel like I even feel like in the beginning you could have been a little bit cold towards that person, maybe even a little bit arrogant and like, bro, who are you? Like, who the heck cares? And then boom, you actually fall in love. And so I feel like there could have been a little bit, you know, some hiccups in the process, but I feel like you were happily married to that person. And I feel like you grew to create a beautiful relationship together, okay? So when it comes to family, we have that 2 cups. We have love at first sight, proud spirit. We also have this always joyful. So I really feel like you had a beautiful family. And the thing is, I feel like it wasn't even like, I don't know, it wasn't like your parents made you go. It's like, it's not that they would stop loving you if you wouldn't, but I feel like you never really felt safe for you to really go your own way. And I feel like it was something that it took you a little bit of time to realize, you know? And I feel like this may be actually a message for you right now, is that you may be afraid of disappointing family. You may be afraid of, I don't know, people judging you, or people start to see you in a different way. And I really don't think that that is happening. I feel like you have people around you that love you incredibly so much. And they are there for you. They want to support you and they want to see you happy, okay? So please do not give up on your dreams just out of fear of other people's opinions, okay? Because those that care, those that love you, they are going to keep loving you. And they're going to support you hugely, okay? I also feel like with this love at first sight and proud spirit, I wouldn't be surprised if you were like an only child, or you were at least like the firstborn. And it was like the moment you were born, even like the quote that comes with this card is like, when I saw you, I fell in love, and you smiled because you knew. It's like the second you were born, your parents were just like in awe of you. I really feel like they had like true love. They were incredibly, I don't know, passionate towards one another, and it was just like so much love between them. And they created you out of the purest, kindest love. And when you were born, they looked at you and they were like, man, yeah, this is the love of our lives. And we made this, you know, we created this. And they loved you the second they knew that your mother was pregnant, you know. And with that, you smiled because you knew. I even feel like you were actually a pretty nice child, you know. I don't think you made a lot of fuzz. I actually feel like you gave them some peaceful nights, even as a baby. And I even feel like the second you were born, you could have actually smiled, you know. Of course, it wasn't like a voluntary smile, but I feel like they were just so enamored, because it was almost like you were smiling for them, and you were like, yeah, I love you too, you know. I feel like they were just so proud of you. And man, I really feel like your parents loved you so much. That is incredible. So, getting here into friendships, this is where things get interesting, because we do have Queen of Swords, and then, wow, we have Alignment and Destiny. What I get here is that I feel like you may have, there are a couple of things. I feel like you may have had a little bit of trouble with friendships. And that would actually explain that, you know, that person. I feel like you had a little bit of trouble with people. And however, you really wanted to help the community. So that is interesting. But I feel like in creating personal relationships, I feel like you may have had a little bit of struggle with it, especially because I feel like there could have been someone that was a snake. And I don't think you realized that only until a little bit later on. And I kind of feel like they may have betrayed you. They may have snitched on you. I don't know. I feel like they did something behind your back, and it really did hurt you. However, it was actually meant to do so, to see how you would react. And I would even say that it could have been related with this thing. So it's almost like maybe you were trying to escape and not go to war or something like that, and that friend actually snitched or something like that, and you actually had to go to war. And it was to see Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to run away? You know, your guides wanted to push you into triggering into making a decision. Are you going to stand by and play the rules, or are you going to fight for your happiness and fight for, fight? And I feel like you just stood by. But honestly, I don't think that at the time you actually had a lot of options, to be honest. But now I feel like you do. Okay, so the struggles here, let's clarify that 8 of Cups. Empress, yeah, building your own throne and knowing that you are worthy of potential, knowing that you are worthy of this, and this is part of your DNA, and knowing, it's about that thing of also standing up for yourself and standing up for what for your beliefs, for your dreams, for what you want to create in your life. Okay, for your accomplishments, we have this beautiful 2 of Wands, and honestly, this is giving me a lot of travel vibes. This is giving me, that is interesting, very interesting. This is giving me, like curiosity. Don't lose that curiosity, because I feel like it's really good. If you feel really drawn to travel, please do travel, okay? I feel like there's a specific message, but you may have a thing for, maybe like digital nomads or, something around those lines. That is part of your path, okay? And that is actually something that you have accomplished here in some way. Maybe you traveled because of war, but you still traveled. And I feel like you gain a lot of understanding when you did. I feel like a lot of alignment, especially with a Hermit coming forward. A lot of realizations came to you when you were in war here, when you were, sent for somewhere else. And I feel like if you do embrace this lifestyle, or even if you just travel to a specific destination that you have been looking for and you always have been pretty attracted towards, I feel like you're going to get some sort of alignment there. I feel like you're going to get some sort of realization about your current life, and it could propel things forward very, very fast, especially with this 8 of Wands. I also feel like with this 8 of Wands and the Hermit, I feel like you're more connected with your higher self and with your guides than you realize, and it's really about you enjoying and embracing that side of you. So definitely the Pisces side, okay? I feel like right now, your Pisces may need a little bit more attention in the sense of spiritual gifts. So, working on your clairs, especially clairvoyance and possibly clairaudience. Possibly a lot of clairaudience here, so I wouldn't be surprised if that was a thing. But clairaudience, clairvoyance, look into those things, try to develop them a little bit for you to connect with your Pisces side. And for the Aries, don't be afraid to be bold and to take the step towards this career, towards this relationship, whatever it is for you in this lifetime, okay? But there is definitely a dream here. There is definitely something here that you're supposed to accomplish, and it is part of your path, okay? And also, if you have any sort of intuitive hint about someone in your life, that is true. Your intuition is correct, okay? If you feel like someone is being a little bit of a snake, that is true, okay? And it's sort of like, it's a little bit of karma here that is being repaid here. So by you understanding and standing up for yourself, for that friend, for that parent, whatever this person is for you right now, that they're trying to sabotage you, or that they may do something behind your back, karma is being restored here, okay? And so now justice is going to be served for you. So let's see here some advice and messages. Ooh. For you right now, we have don't let pride get in your way. We also have don't let your past hold you back. You and your loved ones are safe. And let's get a couple more. Ooh, goodness. Right, so we have hold your vision. Beautiful. We also have show the world the real you. Yeah, and meditate and contemplate. So again, there is that thing of the Pisces energy of you really connecting with that spiritual side and really connecting with your own guidance. I feel like you already know what you have to do, and you are wiser than you think. So don't be afraid to connect with your guides a little bit more, and don't be afraid to step into this new beginning, to step into this dream, okay? Hold your vision, because it is a good vision. This path is part of your spiritual path, and is going to lead you to this Emperor's throne, is going to lead you to this success, to abundance, okay? I also feel like this don't let pride get in your way. I almost feel like it's don't let peace get in your way. That is what I'm getting. It's like you may be a little bit afraid, especially if we're talking here about some sort of snake in your life. Don't be afraid to make a mess. Don't be afraid to start some confusion up, because I kind of feel like that is needed. Okay. And don't let past hold you back. Just because something didn't work in the past, it doesn't mean that you cannot make it work again. Okay. And you and your loved ones are safe. If this is about a career, maybe you have tried something similar. What if only now you actually have all the tools that you need to make things happen? And what if only now you actually have all the tools to make things happen in a good way, in a stable financial way, right? So just know that this path, whatever it is that you're considering, and that your dreams, your soul is calling you to go towards, it is going to create a lot of safety around you. And it is part of your soul. It is part of your path, okay? So Pisces, Aries, this could definitely be talking about a relationship. But Pisces, Aries, this is what I have for you. I hope it resonated. Hope it helped. If it did, don't forget to smash the like button and to subscribe if you haven't already. If you're interested in a private reading, the link is going to be down below. And as well as the 5-year journal in case you want to get to know yourself a little bit better. And yeah, that is it. So I wish you the freaking best. I love you very much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.